Hello and welcome to another episode of the Photoshop series. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how you are going to design a very simple and straightforward church flyer. So if you are visiting my channel for the first time, what I want you to do is to subscribe to my channel and go through my other videos that I've made on Photoshop. I also have content on web development, that is HTML, CSS, and also React to be precise. So if you're interested in learning graphic designs and also web development, this is the right channel for you. So I recommend that you subscribe to my channel. So now let's get right into today's lesson. So we are going to design a simple church flyer. And as I've said all the time, the first thing that we are going to work on is our background. So if you want your design to be very nice, you have to make sure that you have a very nice background, and the pictures and everything, the text that you are going to include in your workspace should match that of your background so that it makes everything beautiful. So now I have a picture that I'm going to import as my background. So I'm going to the location of where I have my picture and I'm going to drag it to our workspace. So this is the picture that I want to use as my background in this simple church flyer. Okay, so now that we have our background, what we are going to do is I'm going to add a little of blur to this picture because the picture is too bright and I don't want it that way. So to do that, I have a tutorial on some of these basic tools. So if you're new to Photoshop, I recommend that you go back and watch. I have a playlist on Photoshop for beginners. You watch from the scratch so that you get some of the basic tools and the features that comes with Photoshop. So now I'm going to filter on the menu tab. Whilst this image is selected, I'll go to blur. Then I'll choose Gaussian blur. Yes, so I'm going to add a blur of about 15.3, and I think this is okay for me. Then I have a folder that I have all the assets that I'm going to work with in this project. Yes. So the first thing that I'm going to add is the name of the church. The name of the church, I have everything here. So I'm just going to drag it. I don't know. So if you are working, if you want to replicate this, you can just type the name of your church because I don't want to spend much time on this flyer. That is why I've converted the text into an image so that I could just drag it into my workspace. So I have the name of the church and the logo of the church. So I'm going to place that, I'm going to place that at the center here. Okay, so this is looking great already. So the name of the font that I use is Montserrat. Montserrat is one of the most commonly used font by graphic designers. So if you are looking for font to use in your projects, most of you have been commenting, asking about fonts. So what I'll do is whatever font that I use in my project, I am going to tell you the name so that you can also download and use in your project as well. So what the font that I use to write the name is Montserrat. That is the Tabernacle of Christ Ministry International Wenchibono region. And the font that I use for this present is called Javacon. Javacon. Yes. So it's some sort of stylish text. So if you want to download this, you can just open any web browser, then you type Javacom font. You're going to get a link to download and install. So the next thing that I'm going to add, one thing about graphic designs is that when you're working with a flyer, you have to check the theme. You have to check the theme and make sure that your design or some of the resources that you use in your design matches the theme. With this flyer that I'm designing, the theme or the theme for the program is what is written. What is written is written. So I am going to use resources that is going to match the theme for the program. So as a graphic designer, you have to learn this technique that whenever somebody contacts you to work on a design, you have to make sure that the resources that you use in your design matches the theme for the program. And that is that. So let's proceed. So the theme for this program, this flyer that I've designed, is what is written. So the resource that I'm going to use, I'm making sure that it matches with the theme. So I'm going to add a scroll. I'm going to add a scroll for my theme. I'm going to enlarge it a bit. I'm going to place the scroll somewhere here. This is because of the theme. That is why I am using a scroll. Yes, I'm going to place this scroll over here, just like this, at the center. Then I also have this cross that I want to include so that it makes it a bit more of a church theme. So I'm going to place the cross with, let's bring this one down a bit. Yes, so I want something like this. Okay, so the next thing we are going to add is, by the way, I'm going to upload these resources into my Google Drive, and I'm going to leave a link to the description under this video so that you can download all these resources and use them in your personal projects. So I'm going to import this quill pen, call it a quill pen, a leather pen, because of the theme, as I've said, that what is written. So I want it to be like we are using a quill pen to write on an olden scroll, because the theme is what is written, and it's some sort of a church design. So we are going with that old ancient church theme where they used quill pen to write scrolls to send messages across. That is why I chose this scroll. That is why I included this quill pen. That is a leather pen. So the next thing, I'm going to my resource folder and I'm going to add the theme. What is written is written. Yes, so I chose the font that will match, that will make it look as if we are using a quill pen to write. There are so many fonts that I could have used, but I wanted the font to look as if we have used the quill pen, that is the leather pen, to write the text. So I'm going to enlarge it a bit. Then we have something like this for the T. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to add, I'll go into my resource folder, and I'm going to drag this here. That is 3 days of an extreme dominion. I'm going to drag it over to the top, just like this. Okay, so now I'm going to add the picture or the image of the man of God. Okay, so I'll go to my resource folder again, and I'm going to drag this here. So this is my man of God, that is the pastor. So I want to enlarge this, place it somewhere here. Okay, and now if you have watched my previous video, I have a plugin that I use to enhance these images, but you can use camera raw filter, but I'm going to use Nick collection to enhance this image. So if you want to download this plugin Nick collection, I have a video. I'm going to leave the link to the video under the description of this video so that you can go and watch and download this plugin and install. So I'll select Vivianza 2. I want to brighten up this image. So I'll increase the structure all the way to, and I'll increase the brightness to 4. And I think we are done. So increase the structure to 100%. Then you give it a bit of brightness. So yes, so we have this bright image and this is looking great. So now I'm going to add a rectangle shape. I'm going to add a rectangle shape. So with this part, you can choose to change how you want to arrange this. I'll bring the shape below like this. And I'm going to change the color of the shape to white. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to add a glow to the rectangle. So you click on the rectangle, you go to the FX, you go to blending options, then we go to outer glow, outer glow. So on the outer glow, we are going to increase the size and the spread, the opacity to, I'm going to increase it to 100%. So you can play around with these settings. Okay, so this is okay. So now what is left for us to do is to add the name of the church. I have the name of the church that I'm going to add. So I'm going to add the name of the church. Then I have the details, details. So basically that is what we want to achieve. Let me enlarge this a bit. Bring it down. Then we have yes, so you can have something like this. There's a very simple church design. And you are good to go. So this tutorial, my tutorials are made for people who are starting to learn Photoshop. You know, if you watch other videos, some people add a whole lot of stuffs. You can have hue, saturation, curves, a whole lot of things, but I always want to make my tutorial very simple for beginners. So if you're new and you're watching this video, I would advise that you subscribe to my channel so that you can get, so you can just play around with, you can take this off and just place the items there, or you can just anyhow that you want to design your flyer. But by the way, this is the original flyer that I did, but I didn't want to include all the other images. That is why I chose a different approach. This time round. So because I've converted these images, that is why we have this whole lot of spaces here. That what I wanted you to know is how to um, design your flyer based on the theme for the program. So as for these things, you can try to reposition them however that you want it, so that you can work around it. So please subscribe to my channel and follow my channel for more Photoshop and web development tutorials. See you in the next video. So play around it, create a nice design, and voila, you are good to go. Bye bye.